Oh my gosh, I can hardly believe I'm sitting down in front of the camera. Man, it's been a long time. And like my little troll friends, that's pretty much what I've been the last month or so. A troll. Work, work, work. And this is what will happen to you. You know, all work and no play. Sure takes a killing on your lifestyle. Anyway, there's been a few things going on in the background when I'm not working, and they've made my life a little bit exciting. Nearly got offed on the freeway the other day, well, a couple of weeks ago. Some fool in a little hot rod car and decided to change lanes without a turn signal or indicator or anything, and then add to the fact that he had those blacked out windows, so I couldn't even, kind of sort of read his body language. So he just proceeds to come over in my lane and force me into the retaining wall, and fortunately there was a little bit of a gap that I could get into that lane, and I just pulled over and sat there for a minute because my heart was leaping out of my chest. I couldn't even see straight. My blood pressure was so high. And I thought, well, I'm happy to be alive, but gotta do something about those blacked out windows, people. That is just, I thought there was a limit to the darkness that you could have the windows, so that, people could kind of sort of, like I said, read your body language. If you're not going to use your turn signals, or if you're on the cell phone and you can't get to the turn signal, at least if the windows were a little bit easier to see in, I would have been able to react. I would have been able to read your body language somewhat. Anyway, I'm happy to be alive, but that kind of forced me to stay in my troll mode. Scary stuff. And yeah, the last month or so has been dealing with collection accounts. I mean, a number of our clients needed to be reminded that they hadn't made the payment that they had agreed to pay, and so that entailed sending a regular letter, and then we had to follow it with a certified letter. And I don't know if any of you do it for a living, but filling out the certified documentation, or documentation to send a certified letter, is very labor intensive. Peel this, stick that, stick this, address it this way. I mean, it's just check this on a little green card, stamp that. I was like, after 100 of them, I was pretty much blah, 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 blah. So that didn't push me over the edge. But the thing that pretty much did, though, is I got a call from one of the individuals that received one of the letters. So I just explained exactly what the letter said, and encouraged them to put my name on the return envelope, and as soon as I got it, I would go ahead and credit their account, and they would be in good standing through the end of the year. Well, a couple of days later, check arrived. I went ahead and deposited it, I guess the next day or the day after that. And then the beginning of the following week, the same individual called me back. And I'm like, okay, and he was insistent. Well, did you deposit the check? And I said, well, according to my deposit records, yes, the check has been deposited, but the bank statement wasn't due until the beginning of the following month, so I couldn't verify it. So, for all intent and purposes, yes, the check was in the bank. Well, he was insistent that the check hadn't cleared his bank, and that because of it, I was messing with his budget. And I got kind of quiet. I'm like, sir, I'm not sure I understand. Could you fill me in? Seems that the fact that his bank wasn't showing that money for the check had been removed from his checking account, he pretty much said that he didn't have the restraint not to write any more checks because he knew that money was still in his account. You know how rare it is that I am rendered speechless? Well, that was one of the occasions. I'm so still bamboozled. I just couldn't believe it. I could not believe I was hearing it. I'm thinking, is it any wonder why our economy is in the state of affairs that it is, with people thinking like that, or they have no restraint? I was under the impression that once you drafted a check to someone, that check became theirs, whether they wanted to deposit it that day or a week from then or however long before the check was not good anymore. But, oh my goodness, so Again, another thing that threw me into the troll mode. I'm thinking, oh, please, I just want to be a little troll doll sitting on my shelf. But slowly but surely, I'm coming back. It is horrible to be out of balance, and that's what it is for me. Is my mantra and my credo for a living is work hard, play hard, and I haven't had a chance to do the latter, and I am suffering for it tremendously. My energy level is next to nil. I think it's kind of a form of depression or whatever, but I'm ready to break out of that, and I know I've said it before, but I've got to break out of this. I've got to get out of this troll mode and do whatever it takes to get back here and have fun with all of you. I haven't even made time to watch any videos, and I'm sure there's been lots going on. There's lots of news that I haven't been following up with, and good, bad, happy, or sad, and I apologize for that. It's not because you're not in my thoughts. It's just not on my list. Sorry. So, for the while, I'm going to spend some time to shed this troll mood that I'm in and get back on here and share some smiles and laughs with all of you. Thank you all who have been sending me notes, making sure that I'm okay, and I am. I apologize if I made you worry in any way, but I'm okay, and I'm glad to know that you're okay, and I'll be sending you a special message real shortly. So hang in there, and thanks again for your support. I love you bunches. I miss you so much, and we'll be back soon. Sans the troll get up. Till then, bye for now.